Disappointed but not surprised. Disappointed but not surprised. Disappointed but not surprised.
Welcome back to another week of the fuckery. We're your disappointed but not surprised co-host. I'm Alex.
I'm Addie.
And this week we have our return guest.
Whoop, whoop.
Hi, Michelle.
Hey,
Hi.
Michelle. Michelle's been on a couple of episodes. She was on our sex panel, and then she was on one that she was talking about. I think it was the
Horrible
So I Dated
Dates.
a Sociopath.
Oh, yeah, the sociopath.
Narcissist.
Yeah, I think it was called So I Dated a Sociopath. It's back in season 1, I think it was, or whatever. Not like we're like multi-seasons.
And
but.
her luck is not turning around.
Oh, you
So
make me
welcome
sound so
back to
depressing.
another episode of Disappointed but Not Surprised.
I am so happy to be back. I'm honored. Thank you, girls.
We went out with her the other night to a restaurant, and she's telling us this story, and we were like, what the fuck, bro?
You have to tell it on the pod. Take it away, Michelle.
Yeah, so as I was telling you guys the other night, I had to call the cops recently because, and as the cops said, it looks like you have a stalker. So I am renovating my house, and my contractor brought in someone, like an acquaintance from high school, and who was out of work, and he was really just demoing and doing cleanup. That's it. And somehow it turned into him like starting to like mow the lawn sometimes when he was there. So when I recently saw him, I had bought trees and boxwoods. I asked him to plant them for me. How much would you charge? When can you do it? Turns out into this whole thing. So now he has my phone number. A couple days later, he starts texting here and there. One day I'm sitting there trying to watch Schitt's Creek and drink some tea, and he texts me a to-do list, like this big list of things that have to be done in my house. And I'm already a little stressed out about it because this is taking longer than I had wanted, but delays with COVID, my contractor going back to his day job pretty much. So I've just been like coping, and he gives me this whole list and then is trying to almost like commandeer like the operation, as he called it, quote unquote. And I'm like, who does this guy think he is? So I'm getting annoyed, but I'm still trying to be nice because I'm a nice person, kind of, and just kidding. But no, I'm trying to be nice. He's a human, and or so I thought.
We think. Like, oh, I think you might have got dropped here from like a
Motherfucker's a
spaceship.
weirdo.
No, I mean, you guys saw those texts. They were creepy. But yeah, so I just can't even understand how he went from just mowing my lawn and cleaning up to now being involved and wanting to see numbers, what's being spent, what the quote was initially, yada, yada, yada.
I would be like, who are you? You're sweeping the dirt. Like,
Yeah, no, literally.
Yeah. So I asked him to, he was stressing me out. I know it's going to get done. Don't worry. And then he professes his love to me.
How soon into him sweeping your floors did he profess his love to you?
I guess he started
Was it like
probably
2
in like
weeks or months?
No. Like I think he started in like January. But this is what.
So your relationship's been going on for a couple of months.
What do you mean? I literally would talk to him because he's a talker. Like I like to talk too, but not
he's
like
working in your home. You want to be like cordial and polite.
And like, I kind of forgot. Like, so my contractor graduated with him, but like in my head, I was like, oh, it's his friend, so I'm like, he's a friend of a friend. So
we can't be
'cause
half
I know
bad.
my
He's like a good
friends
reference.
with my
Yeah.
contractor. Yeah. So I'm not going to be a dick, but there's no need to. Like,
No.
talks about traveling or this or that because he was in the Navy and yada yada. But like, I don't know. He it was just creepy how he went from sweeping, and then I literally didn't see him for weeks, maybe a couple of months. And this is where shame on me, because I did hear like he was gone for a few weeks, and it turns out he was in a mental hospital.
I wouldn't even question, though. I'd be like, all right, somebody's visiting their family or something like that. Like, I wouldn't even question with one of my contractors gone for like a week or so.
No. Like, my contractor told me.
Oh,
like,
that he was in a mental
they had
institution.
they had an argument, and he kind of just like fell off, apparently, like took it all to heart. And then he supposedly was
him Bill.
We'll get to that.
Oh my God, I can't. But whatever. So he is now like it was just weird. Like if you read these text messages and you'd think that like we had a romantic relationship at one point, or
But
I
did
led
you?
him on.
In
Not
his
at
mind.
all.
In his mind.
Yeah. So I think like what happened was he thought he was going to come in, because he ends up then telling me, like, as the days progress, and like every day for 2 weeks there was some sort of contact. So it was the texting, then it was more texting, a phone call, I didn't pick up, more texting. Now, meanwhile, I'm like out with my boyfriend, and now I have to tell him, like, by the way, like, you see this number that I didn't even save in my phone.
Contractor
This
weirdo, the guy that sweeps my fucking
he's not even
dust,
a
is
contractor.
texting me.
He sweeps, so I had to tell him, and it's kind of new, and I didn't want him to think like I bring drama. He's got enough drama from his ex. So, but this has never happened to me, so I don't even know how to like handle it. So I don't pick up the phone call. Then he's texting. I don't answer. The next morning, text at 7 a.m. Selfie.
Oh,
Like,
he did send
the
you a selfie in his
selfie.
Arizona iced tea costume.
Yeah.
He works for Arizona, the company, and he like sent you a selfie in his Arizona iced tea costume.
He was like their landscaper. So he writes best dressed landscaper / gardener
fucking weirdo.
with a selfie, and he's
like,
not
bro,
in
you
charge.
sweep my fucking dust. Beat it.
Yeah, like what did he think? And like so that was 7 a.m. Like literally 6:58 p.m. I'm fired. I thought my contractor fired him because I ended up telling him, listen, this morning, like he's been texting me constantly. He's telling me what to do. He's telling me you're disorganized. And then this morning he told me to fire you. So I think you should know what's going on. Like I had talked to other people. They're like, you should probably tell him. Like, don't hold this. Like, don't keep this information from him. So I end up telling him.
Especially knowing the guy's been in a mental hospital within
Right.
like the 5 months that you've known him.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
yeah.
so I'm like, I was getting a little worried, and then it turns into dropping the letter off, like the 4-page letter in my mailbox, showing up. Like it was just every day there was contact. He pays me back money via Venmo when I didn't notice that he paid me the $315. The next day sends $100 and says,
But like, why did he give you money on Venmo? Just the money that you paid him?
I paid him via Venmo the last 2 weeks from the work, because I hadn't seen them.
Then why I don't understand why he would give it back to you. Because
He said
wants
I
to be
would
like-
have. The caption said I would have mowed your lawn for free.
So he's like trying to really like
Win me
weasel-
over?
Yeah.
Yeah. So then the next day, because I didn't see it, the next day he sends me $100 via Venmo, and he says like, a day out with friends. Thanks for including me. I had a great time.
But
a
you
token
never
of my
fucking hang out with
appreciation.
him.
Right. But the day before, I was at my house with my contractor and his friend, who was there just checking it out. Like, I'm friends with her now. So we were there. Did he drive by, see that we were there? Then I went to lunch with one of my good friends. Was he following me? Like all this. So you start like rethinking. So
Yeah.
I send him back the 100. Then I block him. Then I realized he sent me $315 the day before. So he must have sent the 100 because I wasn't paying attention, because now he's been blocked. I wasn't blocking him because I wanted proof for cops, which turned out didn't do anything. I have to get like murdered for them to do something.
Yeah.
So,
Basically.
right? Like,
Yep.
okay. So he didn't hurt me. Okay. We're going to
Yeah,
wait
he
till he
didn't
hurts
hurt you.
me.
He didn't
to-
rape you. He didn't come in your house. You weren't
Right.
dating him, so you can't get a fucking restraining order when this
Right.
guy's literally harassing you.
Well,
Right,
there was somebody posted that on Twitter the other day, because I sent it to my friend, because she was like convinced that like somebody tried to break into her house. Like, it's this long story, I won't get into it, but and the cops were just like, meh, like whatever.
What do you really- what can we do?
So she was like,
Nothing.
oh, I guess I should have got murdered for them to have cared.
Right. Like that. I'll get to that. But so I block him on my phone. He Venmos me money. Then I don't notice. He Venmos more money. I return it all, block him. Next day, I don't think I heard from him. He went to my contractor's house, dropped off a Bible and stuff he had given him, like a
Why is he giving him
skateboard and
Bibles?
tools. I don't know.
He's not in his right mind.
Oh no, sorry. Before that, he requests me on Instagram. I block him. Now, Instagram has a thing that says like block this user and any account that they may make, I guess.
Yes.
right,
with
right,
the same
right.
email.
Which I think
yeah.
is good, but you could just open up a new email, so you could always get around it. But
Right.
whatever. So after he Venmos me the second time, I block him there. He requests me on Instagram. He changed his profile picture because I had seen it because my friend would screenshot his crazy Instagram, posts and
Yeah.
stuff like that. So I had seen him, so I knew what it was. I guess he thought because it's not really his name, just his initials, I would be like dumb and just accept it because I want to add followers or whatever. And so I noticed it was him. I block him there. Then he stops at my contractor's house 2 days in a row, drops stuff off, whatever. The following day, which was a Friday, I go to my house. I just had this sinking feeling that he had been there. I just had this
Your
feeling.
gut doesn't lie.
So, and I was at my sister's. She's around the corner from my house. So I'm still not living in the house. So I open my mailbox. I see 2 letters. What you have in your hand there.
Can we
And-
read an excerpt from one?
Yeah, wait, I want to read it. Can
Okay.
I read it in the
Oh,
voice?
yeah.
Can I read it in the voice?
Go ahead.
It sounds better with
It
the
sounds
accent.
better in the voice. He doesn't talk like this.
No, he doesn't. But
I don't know why I like reading in the voice. So wait, one of these letters says, "Dear Michelle, I thank God and Jesus, not your contractor, for bringing you in my life. When I arrived there, I thought the contractor was a decent guy and that he accepted this job with responsibility of being your friend. So I accepted you as a friend. He does good work, but he can be mean and insulting." Cliff notes, Cliff notes, Cliff notes. "He was in a dark space. I've never seen someone in a worse living condition. He was on a lot of drugs, and I pray he is better and healing now. When we were younger, a lot of people pick on him, and I pick on him as well." I don't even know what this
is he even
No, this
saying?
letter is like wild.
no, but then he introduces me to all his family members.
And then he's talking about his Coast Guard. He's like, "I do not want to work for harsh men and women. During those first few months, a lot happened to me. Another childhood friend, Bill, who is also supposed to be a friend of my contractors, reached out to me. I am a U.S. Navy IOF OEF veteran, and he is a Coast Guard veteran. He contained vessels protecting NYC, but he has also killed a man protecting drugs from entering our lands in the Caribbean." I don't even know what this fucking means.
Wait, where is this? I have 2 sisters and a niece or something.
This led me
Right?
into
Is this
all
these-
kinds of problems. Wait, this is like the best. This letter doesn't even make sense. No, this is like a
And it's like
5-page letter.
Yeah.
"Your contractor is stern like my dad and my military trainers, but he doesn't care about people the way I thought he would. He's a selfish and mean. During work, he called me Bill. It broke my heart. It killed my confidence.
Why do you sound like Forrest Gump right now?
No,
called him-
sounds better in this
He
voice.
called him Bill and broke his heart. Because Bill killed a man.
Bill killed a man. I just showed him how hard and efficient I could work, and he dissed me. Disses me. I understand I was there as a laborer apprentice, but a job is a job. He signed up for it, and a job needs to be organized with detailed listings of the items and prices ahead of schedule. That's the bid. It angered me. Like, this goes on. I don't even understand. Wait, okay, this is
Rambling,
great.
Like he's on a
I love this.
manic
I would
as
like the
manic. Yeah, he's
opportunity to
manic.
offer my work, which is a multitude of services, at 17.5 an hour, half of my going rate with the neighbors, because out of all of this, I just want you as my friend in life. I have a power washer for the driveway, and I just ordered a paint spray gun, and I'm an excellent painter. I can do I can do the landscape work, obviously, and I purchased a larger mower even if your dad wanted to cut the lawn, he could do it in half the time. This is fucking wild, guys.
So he's going to leave the lawnmower at your house?
Guys, this is,
probably
I mean,
moving
this is
in.
4 pages.
Oh, true.
This is a 4-page letter. "My grandma is a bank teller and a beautiful soul." "My great-grandma was a U.S. Army veteran, and his wife, he purchased the house I live in today. My uncles and aunts are humble people and earth-conscious. We are gentle people. I need
Gentle.
And earth
that in mind
conscious.
and always be gentle. My cousin and wife are architects with..." Fucking dying.
Now remember the word gentle,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
Keep that in the
My
back of your
cousin
head.
and his wife are architects with a beautiful son. My older cousin and his wife are graphic designers with a beautiful daughter. My cousin Katie is a wine connoisseur. Her husband runs a restaurant bar in Hilton Head and takes care of my goddaughter Fiona. God bless him. I don't even understand what this is. He's
It is
giving
just
this fucking
rambling.
family
He wanted
his
to
name.
introduce you to his family.
He wants to tell me how great his family is because obviously he's great.
Yeah.
Right.
Her
He
husband
is the
Peter is a
marrying
brilliant
kind.
man who oversees many in the surveillance industry. They have a beautiful little girl. My cousin Pat and Megan are wonderful people and highly educated and mature. My cousin Julia is also a Spanish teacher, and cousin Jennifer is an accountant. They are cousins, and I wanted you to meet when I invited you to trivia night in Bayshore. No, you got invited to trivia night in Bayshore.
Yes, I remember. I said he was like
Right.
texting me like
Come
random
on,
stuff.
I wanna go
so
to the
he
next
invited to that.
one.
Wait, you're gonna like this one. He invited me.
This is fucking
and
crazy.
My contractor in a group text to the Arizona Iced Tea Italian Fest or feast or whatever. I think it was a fest.
Is he
like
going to be in
festival.
his Arizona Iced
And
Tea
it
get
was
up?
like friends and family, and we got invited. So then my contractor on the side texts me, and he goes, "Did we get invited on a triple date?"
He did. Wait, and then he gives you his phone number. Please call me at 555 555. That's not the number. I really wish I could give this out so everybody
thing you
listening
mentioned
to
that.
text. Yeah. I would be really ecstatic if we could be friends again because you built me up. And I need you in my life along with all the other great people that have built me up. Thank you. Wink face. Sincerely. What are we calling this guy?
Tom.
Tom blank the fifth. U.S. Navy veteran, IOF-OEF.
Like, I don't even know
He even
what
writes,
the fuck that means.
psychology. I need to get my family and good families into that position so we can make this better. See for cleaner place abroad. What the fuck? This is a 4-page letter
Yeah.
of his family fucking tree, and he's telling you like all this crazy shit.
He told you
He's
Bill
all-
killed a man.
Yeah, Bill killed a man. I don't even know
My
what
life
this
is now
means.
complete with that
Yeah.
information.
Now you
But
can
then-
sleep tonight at least.
I don't know
if
why it
nothing
just
else.
sounds better in that voice.
It does though.
Right?
It's hilarious in that voice. It
no, it
takes
sounds
the
like a
creep out of
movie.
it a little bit.
A little bit.
I feel like
Maybe
I'm
we
like
should've left
Morgan
the creep
Freeman
in.
narrating.
Now, Alex, the letter you have was the other letter in my mailbox.
Oh, so this is to what is this?
Joseph
guy?
Saladino, I guess he's like town supervisor of Oyster Bay because he lives in that town. And he's saying like that, you know, the town itself that he lives in has gone to shit pretty much.
Wait, I can't-
But on the top, because I was like, you know what? He had both these letters. He went on to like his, you know, his
This is like full printed out
desktop
too.
and
Like
typed
he went
it
on
and
his desktop
printed.
and
Yep.
typed these.
Absolutely. So I figured maybe he accidentally dropped the other one in my mailbox.
No.
But then I see my name on
Yeah,
it.
because he wrote in pen,
It's a fucking email.
Michelle Star. If you agree, then please put your name on it. Ask your family to put their name on it and bring it by hand to the officials. VN. People think in the languages they speak. You should run for president. And me, vice. I'll be counselor. I need my name on a ticket. So that was all handwritten.
This is fucking
And then what he
wild.
wrote to the town supervisor, he's talking about
Like
safety and
garbage.
cleanliness concern meeting with Tom so-and-so. Oh my God. And he starts talking about his great grandfather, the U.S. Army veteran.
Not again.
And he talks
introduces
about his
his
parents.
family to everyone, apparently.
He goes, I, along with my neighbors, are respectfully requesting a meeting with you and your safety officer to discuss these issues and my plans on how we can fix them here in the town of Oyster Bay, as well as across America and the world. Please call me, and gives his number to discuss a place and time we can have this meeting. I hope this will happen soon. I thank you for your great organization and the town workers' hard work, but there is so much work to still be done, and I would like to be organizing these concepts as well as be hands-on doing the hard work with our ground-level government agents. I hope to hear from you very soon. What? Dude, get the fuck out of here.
Wait,
Like,
I missed
they're
a
the
part.
one- he's the one that they're
I
gonna
missed
get.
a part. I was angry and hostile at those people I love the most, my family and friends. I'm trying to reconcile those relationships. Those hardworking people are not being paid a living wage, and it's stressful. I want to own my parents' house. Like, what the fuck? What the
I'm
fuck?
telling you, it is creepy. Like a week before
This
this,
is. I just gave the Cliffs Notes. Like, this is
Oh,
like a
it's so
4-page
bad. It's
fucking.
four-
like,
yeah,
this
no,
would
it's
take
4
me like
pages.
a long time to
it's
read
4
it.
pages with no margin.
We can post it on our Instagram, but
Yeah.
just mark out the names and shit.
A week before
Or Twitter with the
the
names
letter was
crossed
in my
out.
mailbox. This had been, you know, it had started, a few days prior, I ended up going to my house. I changed my garage passcode because he had it.
Yeah.
I bought a new padlock for my shed because I had some valuable tools in there.
Yeah.
I changed that because he had that, the code to that too. And then I go in my house and I was like, oh my God, the contractor took all the locks on the windows out because they were like a weird, like a grayish color, and changed them and bought them all white because now also when he took them out so they could paint all the windows and everything. Never replaced them. So I'm like, what's the point? He could come into any window, and I'm sure he knows this.
Right.
Yeah.
So I spent the whole day, I'm like, oh my God, I texted my contractor. I know you said you bought them. Where are they? Okay, they were in the garage. I ended up putting them all in. So you can't break into you could still break into a house if you want to.
Yeah, but it's
I was
a
expecting
little bit
for my house
harder.
to be burnt down. Right, don't just
No, but
leave
he
it open.
loves you, so he wouldn't do that. I don't think he's
I
going to
don't
burn down your house.
Well,
He wants to live in it.
He wasn't at the end of his rope yet. Maybe that's why.
No, but the text messages, he loves me. I am wife and mom material. He hopes that someone, sees me the same way. And then I said, I'm seeing someone. And then in one of the phone calls, when I did pick up, the morning that he texted at 5:13.
in the morning.
In the morning.
Was
Then-
that the selfie?
No, so that was 3 days later. 2 days later. Selfie was Thursday. And the phone call was 5:13 on a Saturday. Yeah. Insane. And texted. And
He
then I
probably
finally,
hadn't slept. He was manic as fuck.
No, he didn't, because I think it was that morning, 4 a.m. He was, I guess from his house, you could see like a strip mall. And there was like a smoke shop, it said, and liquors and whatever else. And he took a picture and posted it. Like, do you see what's wrong with this picture? It's since then been taken down.
Yeah.
But you see what's wrong with this picture. It's the youth. I struggled with addiction. Like, you can't blame a smoke shop sign and a liquor sign for addiction.
Yeah.
No.
You know what I
I'm
mean?
a
Like-
fucking addict. I don't blame anybody but me.
Right. Like, stop blaming other people.
Right.
Like, obviously, it's you. Like, you might have an addictive personality. That's fine. But, like, handle your shit
Right.
like you did.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, don't blame other people. Go manic. Like, go, I don't know, like, invade people's privacy.
Maybe he's
So,
schizo.
I
something's
think
up.
he skits. And then we didn't even mention, I don't know if you're going to get to this, but on one of his Instagram pictures, he has a huge scar in his
Yes.
neck all the way across
Like,
it.
it's
Like,
like
he
he
slit his
slit.
throat at one point.
And one of the posts apparently said that he had a suicide attempt. So I wonder if it was that.
so
It's a
then
different.
he cut his
Yeah.
throat.
So I think so.
Because it was a huge fucking
huge.
scar
Yeah.
across the neck. And it wasn't like when they do like a thyroid surgery,
No,
it's
those
a
are tiny. My
tiny,
friend
like,
has a little thing. Yeah,
no,
it's
this was
lower.
like all from,
Yeah, it was
like,
higher.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was gross.
No,
it was
it
from
was
literally
scary.
like ear to ear across the
Yeah.
neck.
But so the day after he left the letters in my mailbox.
By the way, guys, like, seriously, these letters are fucking creepy. Like, we made a joke of them. but
They're
these
just
are
not
these are,
making
like,
sense.
fucked up.
No, it's someone
It's-
just.
Detached from reality.
It
like,
is.
my
And-
cousin this one, my cousin that one, my cousin did this, my cousin's husband
I
raised
don't
the
give
kid.
a
Like,
fuck.
what the fuck are you talking about?
And then, like, I thank God and Jesus for bringing you into my life. And then he's like shitting on the fucking contractor. And then he's saying that the contractor called him Bill because Bill was a childhood friend from his Navy, and that Bill was a drug addict or something, and he was lost in space. And then he goes into the contractor doing him dirty. And then he goes into his family and how he wants to own his family's home. Then he's saying the contractor was stern like his dad, and his dad was in the military, and the contractor called him Bill, and it broke his heart and killed my confidence in spirit. And then he's like, I'm upset. And then he goes into his
we
family.
can tell you're upset.
And then he goes into how he's worth more than he's worth his $17.50 an hour. Then he goes into his whole family fucking tree like you give a shit.
I don't.
And then now he's saying he needs to find a strong men and women around him. And then he's like, I need to be able to speak 169 nations at the UN because we think in the language we were taught.
That's what he wrote.
psychology.
That's what he wrote in this letter. People think in the languages they speak.
Yeah.
Because
And
he's a genius.
I need to be able to speak in 196 nations at the UN.
I'm
We think
terrified of
in
him.
the languages we were taught. That's psychology.
No,
I don't know why I'm doing that voice.
He's
Sorry.
a sicko.
It's like
a
rude that I'm doing
sicko.
it that way. This
But-
is fucking weird.
No,
and then
it's
he's
so
like
weird.
doing his whole name, his like most sincerely, his name, U.S. Navy veteran.
Yeah, like I know what IOF, OEF
And then
stand
that we
for.
should be together to make this world a safer, cleaner
We
place.
should be together. And he says he
Abroad.
wants to be like, me to be in his circle of
4-page
friends.
fucking printed letter. Like he stayed up all night and wrote this, and there's 2 of them, and then the other one's an email. And what was the header? There was a header on the email.
That's it. What, the subject?
Yeah.
Safety and cleanliness concern meeting with Tom so-and-so, the last name.
Yeah, but like what? And then it was a fucking email to the guy Tom.
No, it was
Joseph
to
Saladino.
Joe Saladino, the superintendent of Oyster Bay or whatever the hell he is,
God.
town supervisor.
And then he wants like Michelle to fucking vote.
Put my name on it and go to
She-
hand deliver because I
she-
have nothing better to do.
She wants Michelle to run for president and he'll be the vice president.
Yeah, but like you weren't even born in this country, so you can't
That's how
run
much
for
he
president.
knows me,
right?
You know, because we're gonna get married and he's gonna come live in my house. That
These are
he,
weird, and
that
these
he
are
finished.
really-
He offered to finish the house. He told me to fire my contractor. He would come finish, and like my eye is the final touch. If I see something wrong with the molding and whatever, that he'll redo it. Okay, let me pay you to keep damaging
Right.
material and the time for you to do it 7 times when my contractor could do it right the first time makes no sense.
Right.
Makes no sense. He offered like to find someone to finish it. Mind your business.
Right. I was going to say, just
Mind
fuck
your
off.
business. And I obviously, you guys know, have been with some controlling men. So this was a button.
Yeah.
I'm not even with him. Never even
Right.
kissed him on the damn cheek. And he's telling me
You
what I
never
need to
even
do.
went on a
And he
date
wants to
with him.
see numbers.
You
no.
never even went on a fucking date with him. He literally swept your fucking floors.
I never even met him out socially. He asked me. I didn't have plans the day he asked me
You
to.
got invited to play bingo with him. What was it?
Trivia at
Sorry.
TJ Finley's.
Trivia.
And I'm like, hard pass. So no, he literally made shit up in his head. Like
Yeah.
envisioned this life with, and it wasn't me. I think he just wanted like a sugar mama. You know, like he's down and out and I have my shit together. I own a home.
Yeah, and I think he wants like
He saw, like, a
You were
companion.
nice to him too, and like he like literally delusioned in his head.
Well,
Like
my
I was.
contractor said that like I was nice to him, and so he that was giving him the in.
So
to,
basically, you have to just be a
bitch.
raging bitch to
Right.
everybody
Have to.
in
But
case
then all
they're
women are
mentally
raging bitches.
ill.
Right.
Yeah.
I
Right.
said to Alex, I said, this is like for anybody that's read the book, it's like it almost reminds me of the book The Collector, that John Fowles book, where the guy he basically was in love with this girl. Like he saw this girl and he saw her like out with her family. Like they both lived in the same town and grew up in the same town or whatever. And he was older than her and he like would see her just randomly. And he fell in love with her and he like envisioned his entire fucking life with her. So he like, this is how delusional he was, that he built a home for her. But he like padlocked the fucking
Yeah,
basement.
he like made it so that she wasn't gonna escape.
She was never gonna escape.
because he knew he was like, it's gonna take time for her to fall in
Fall
love with me. But he thought
Captor.
he
that
really
she
thought
would fall in
yeah.
love with him. And then he captured her, he fucking chloroformed her, put her in a fucking van, took her to the fucking basement of his house and like fed her, bathed her, sang to her, did all these things, like tried to woo her as he's holding this motherfucker captive.
Yeah.
And she was like running away and all this stuff. And like how you were saying, like she was kind of probably hoping that she got like Stockholm syndrome and like fell in love with
Yeah.
him. But like it didn't fucking happen that way. And I feel like this guy is that delusional where he literally thinks
lives in local warped
that
reality.
you are that he thinks that you're gonna like that he thinks you're gonna like fall in love with him if he professes all this fucking love to you. And he's literally telling you
sick.
he's in love with you.
Yeah, he said
And
it a couple
then
times.
your dad was mowing the lawn.
Yeah, so the
because
following day, the day after the letters, my dad was mowing the lawn. My contractor was doing some work. It was a Saturday. I was in Fire Island with my cousins and my boyfriend, and my contractor texted me that Tom came by today.
Oh my
and I
God.
asked him for details, but sometimes like I can't really get like a straight answer. Like he was really upset, so I just called my dad, and my dad didn't want to talk about it. And I said, no, tell me what happened. He just didn't want to like ruin my day. And so he tells me that he pulls up and he looks like he's dressed for a wedding. And he asked my dad if he could power wash my driveway because it had
in
like
a
residue.
fucking suit.
Right. He was dressed like he was going to a wedding. Like, and then later, my contractor's like best friend that now I'm friends with, she sends me a screenshot of himself right before he went to my house. Hashtag I love you. It was a
on
selfie.
his my
Instagram
God.
page.
Yeah.
He was
A
trying
selfie.
to woo you with his magical outfit.
How messed up is that? And then later on, so my dad, pretty much like told him no. And then he said, did she see the letter in the mailbox? My dad's like, I don't know anything about a letter. Yes, he did, but he's just plain dumb. So
Bro,
he
it's
ends
got
up
his
leaving.
fucking
Thank
weird
God.
surnames on it.
I mean, to be honest, like, I don't know never know what someone's capable of, right? Like,
Well,
this
this
poor
is a
girl
crazy
whose
thing.
boyfriend obviously did something really messed up. Like, she's probably
from
dead
Bayport,
somewhere.
yeah, that
Yeah.
bitch is dead in a fucking
Right. I mean, number
in a
one
ditch.
rule, don't go anywhere in a rape van. A white
Right.
van is a rape
Rape
van.
van.
Right.
Yep.
But no, in all seriousness, that's so sad. But like, you just never really know what someone is capable of, unfortunately. So I don't know. Like, yes, he's ex-military. He knows how to operate.
He's fucking
A weapon.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
knows how to operate a weapon. Scared me. Like, what if he sees my dad mowing? Because he told me one day, like via text, and I didn't respond. But he was like, your dad's not. I'm not letting your dad mow your lawn. He should rest and be with his family. Who are you to say what my dad
As
should
if
or should
he's
not
like
do?
your boyfriend or
Right.
husband. Oh my God.
So I'm like, what? So I had to tell him eventually, like, you're not mowing my lawn anymore. Like, I had to be stern.
Didn't
And
he
then-
only mow your lawn once when your dad was away,
I
or like
guess
twice?
My contractor said a couple times when he was doing some stuff, he would say, okay, yeah, just mow and trim some trees. So he did it a couple times, like during the course of him working at the house. But I only paid for him twice to mow. The day that he planted stuff, and I paid him $270, and he did like a quarter of what I asked him to do. I got there and I'm like, what? He just
yeah, but then he
mulched?
Venmoed you the money back. at
Right, he
least.
he Venmo'd it back. I Venmo'd it back to him, blocked him. No. I don't want someone saying that like I owe money or anything.
Right,
like
No,
that.
and then to hold it over your
No
head.
way.
Yeah, like that
So-
would be his excuse forever to get in touch with you.
Absolutely. So no. I don't know what that motive was, but I wasn't falling for that trap. But so he came. So that day, turns out, he posted a video, and this is all through my contractor's friend that I'm seeing this. He posted a video of him having like a meltdown at like a card shop or something like that because they sell cigarettes and he was demanding that they tint out the windows and ID kids at the door so they don't buy cigarettes. Like he was like on like a
Worry about
rinse.
your goddamn self,
Right.
dude.
Like
Yeah.
seriously, go get
Holy
yourself
shit.
help. You might need a lobotomy. But he that day, my friend goes, he's gonna get arrested. And I don't know, I think she's like psychic because the next day I call, now I had enough, and I call the cops, I want to file a report. The cop comes, he goes, it looks like you have a stalker. I tell him everything. He's like, listen, it's not aggravated assault because he hasn't hurt you and he hasn't threatened you. I go, but I feel like I'm concerned about my safety and my family. Like my family and friends are saying, don't go to your house alone. Don't go to your house at night.
Right.
That's my fucking
It's your house.
Yeah, and
Then I
now
paid-
you just took the joy out of your own house.
Right. And now I'm scared to be there. Like
Right.
I went one day and I normally like leave my purse and stuff in the car, just run in, take some pictures of the progress. Now I'm like, nope, I got to grab my keys. I got to lock up. I have to close the garage door when I'm in.
Right, lock
And
your
I'm
car so
freezed.
he's not
Yeah,
sitting in
I'm
your fucking
freaking out.
trunk.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
Oh my God, people do that literally.
Yes.
Like they sit in your back seat and like wait for you to get
Yep.
in there.
Absolutely. It's not just in the movies, right?
No, this is
No.
like real life shit.
Yeah, no. So I'm like freaking out. So I call, the cops come. I have a friend who works in the precinct by me, and she had said, call. They'll probably send someone or ask you to come. So he came, took the report. As he's there, he gets a call about like a rape. And I said, that's got to be me.
Yeah.
Before I can file a
Right.
restraining order, that it's just a piece of paper that I'll throw at him as he's coming at me with a gun.
But what?
Right.
Yeah, no. What is a restraining order really?
Right.
Do?
It doesn't do
It doesn't
anything
do
except
shit.
if they come near you, you can
can
have
now
them
call
arrested. But then,
Right.
But
you
then they get right back out on the street the next
exactly.
day.
And then the next time you're dead because now you aggravated them by having them locked up.
I feel like a restraining order is bullshit anyway. Honestly.
think
It
like
is.
the whole thing.
And not for nothing, it takes time. So if you wanted the restraining order and you have to want to press charges if they did something, say it was like trespassing or whatever, then you have to take off work, go to court, press charges, put your life. It's just like so fucking
so
whack.
weird.
It's such an inconvenience. And like I was like, I didn't deserve this. Like I haven't had to deal with enough You know what I mean?
Right.
Now
Yeah.
I'm like trying to like start fresh. I have a new house. I'm
You
dating
literally
someone
have been
great.
through the ringer. Like you got out in the past episode, you got out of a really bad narcissistic relationship. Then you tried to start going back into the dating pool. You got fucking date drugged. You got fucking roofied. They
swear I
like
had to
stole
have.
your fucking
Yeah.
money. It was in our narcissist episode.
Yeah.
The guy literally like he didn't do anything to you, thank
No,
God. But
he
he
didn't
like
do it for
roofied
sex.
you
That's
and like
for Well,
he took your
stole
money.
fucking
I
money.
know,
He
Jesus
himself,
Christ.
He must have used my thumbprint at the time. Now it's just your face, right? He must have used my thumbprint to get into my, and then you freak out like he had access to my bank accounts,
Right.
My
Right.
credit card, like right there. So it's just a violation. Like, have I not been violated enough? Now I
Right.
haven't even kissed this dude.
I know. I was
then
gonna say
you
you didn't even get
finally-
fucked or taken out to dinner. Like
You're
what the
finally
hell?
like in
I
a good
know, why
space.
did
You
I-
get a house, you have a nice relationship, and then this fucking creep comes along.
Right? Like, what the fuck?
Right,
Like,
and you didn't
I
even bang
literally,
this
like,
guy.
Look up at the sky and go, who did I freaking piss off?
Right.
Like,
Yeah.
how is this even happening? Right? So
At least you know you're loved.
by a person that doesn't even know me. He's like, I could tell you like love your nieces. I have one niece and one nephew. Like, seriously,
like
dude?
Oh my God.
nieces? No.
So that day that he came to my house, my dad saw him shoot him away. He had a video. My friend said he's going to get arrested. It turns out I find out after I called the cops, and my friend who works at that same precinct said, give me his name, his number, and his date of birth. So I texted my friend, said, hey, do you know when Tom was born? Like, what's his birthday? And she's Googling, and she finds out that he got arrested the day before for making a scene at a taco joint in the town he lives. And speaking of gentle people, right?
Right.
You don't
he
make
got
a scene
arrested,
for tacos
right?
if you're gentle.
He
You
got
fucking
arrested
idiot.
not only for resisting arrest and whatever the other charge was, but for a felony for assaulting a police officer.
Right.
So then I find out, like I do more digging, you know, just some friends that can get some information from me. It turns out that he has a restraining order against him from a previous girlfriend. All
I
so
wonder
obviously,
why.
Who the
He
fuck
must
would
have gotten
date
it.
this motherfucker? He looks
Right?
like a troll, first of all. He does look like a troll.
Maybe it was like before he was crazy.
But looks aside, this guy is cray.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Cray,
He could
cray.
be Brad Pitt. I don't give a fuck.
No.
He is psycho. He is batshit crazy, like full on bananas. And he gets arrested, and I think he went to, right? You found out. He
Yeah.
went to a
Oh,
mental,
Alex
mental
stalked web crimes
Yeah.
just now.
I
right?
love
She
web
did.
crims.
I was pretty sure he went to the hospital, but then you
Yeah,
confirmed
he was in the hospital.
In the hospital.
So I don't know if it was the mental hospital or the cops fucked him up back, and he was in the hospital because he got arraigned in the hospital,
That is a
probably
good point.
handcuffed to the bed.
Probably
you
it's got to be
sure?
the mental hospital. Yeah, she just
You're
looked it up
not-
on web crimes.
No, I feel like she should be a police officer because she's always
No, I just go on
When
there
you
all
do
the
more?
time.
No, we just like web crimes. Cause we've dated enough felons
More
that
work.
it's
That's
like
the thing. Whenever I don't hear from like whoever it is, I'm like
you just go on
Googling.
web crimes and see if they're arrested or fucking
Right?
Yeah,
But it
call
takes-
hospitals, go on web crimes if we don't hear from one of our felon
So-
exes.
Oh my God, I can't. But then, like, so he
kind of a lot.
reemerges in the end of August. So I think maybe he was in a mental institution because he was like radio silent on
Social
on
media,
Instagram.
everything.
Yep.
They
So
they
then-
probably did put him in the psych ward eventually.
I
They
mean,
might have been like,
anyone
okay,
must know.
he has mental health issues, and we got to get him on meds.
Pretty fucking apparent.
But they didn't help because he came out and he started with his like, you know, rage posts and all this stuff about the kids and his addiction and everything. So then he ends up, I guess he has no other way to contact my contractor, and my contractor is always riding his bike, and he's on this app called Strava that, like, you know, tracks your progress and your either runs or bikes or whatever, bike rides. And he messages him on September 4th, miss you, brother. Then he messages him again, I'd like to work together again, please. You called me Bill.
That's the best part of the whole thing.
He's so mad about being called Bill, but we don't even like know who Bill is. Bill was just some
apparently- It was their childhood
I'm
friend.
pretty sure Bill was at my house once and then flaked on my contractor. And I've never met him, but now Bill is.
You had somebody that
he's
killed a
legend.
man at your house.
I know. I mean, who knows if Tom killed a man too? But Bill is a legend.
I think Tom's killed
Bill's
many
a
men.
fucking legend.
Right? So
I
he
love
continues.
Bill.
I know.
love
I want to
Bill, too.
interview Bill next. Like,
I can get you his number.
Did you know somebody raged because they called them by your name?
That could
This
be
is
your
where
best
it all
episode
started,
yet.
Bill.
So he writes, I told Michelle to fire you. So he's saying, like, you call me Bill. I told Michelle to fire you. I'm sorry. I'd like to ride/surf too and rekindle our friendship. You should say it in your accent.
Yeah.
I'd like to finish
rekindle
her
our
house with you,
relationships.
please. With her permission and family's permission as well.
Did your dad tell him off
Never.
that day?
He didn't tell him off. I mean, I think he's probably concerned because he said, I could tell the first day I met, like, he only met him once. Like, I could tell that he was definitely, like, off.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, it ain't that hard to tell. Helen Keller could tell.
You could, right?
Seriously.
Ray Charles saw it coming. So with her, sorry, buddy. With her permission and family's permission as well. Never. I am okay now. Are you sure? Let me know if you need help in any jobs. And then a few days later, he
Yeah, but you were just
messages
shitting him
happy
in your
birthday.
fucking letters.
No, but what's interesting is
and
now
saying like
something
how he's
I-
a bad person because he called him Bill.
Well,
Right.
he
Now-
knows he has to get back to Michelle, so he's going to suck his dick to get back to the house to do work.
Right,
True.
but what I don't think I told you guys is he was bashing my contractor to me, but to the contractor, he was saying like that he should have bought cheaper material, like cheaper finishes and
Oh,
stuff
right,
like that,
for your
and then
place.
shave
And-
off the money and then give it to Tom, not even keep it for himself, like contractors do. And then my contractor's like, "What part don't you understand?
No, this is my
She
job."
buys the stuff. I just get paid to put it into the house.
Right.
Like I'm not making money. Like you know, trying to rip her off like she's
Right.
my friend. But like even in the crazy text, like the first day, like when I'm trying to watch Schitt's Creek, he's saying like, I know you love the contractor. And I'm like, what? No. You know, like I'm with someone. He didn't
Right.
believe it. I know he didn't believe that I'm seeing someone. Like, where's he been? He doesn't.
I don't bring him around your crazy
house
ass.
because the house isn't even
It's
my
mine.
home yet.
Right, but it's mine. He has
You're
his
not
own
even
life.
living in it.
Yeah, no, he's come to see it a couple times, and I'm excited to show him. But like, he's not involved with it.
No,
you know?
it's not your guys' house together.
No. So
And you're not, it's not even like you're in the house. Like you're
No.
literally building it.
right. Like I would pop in to like answer questions, like how high do I want the shower? You know, the handle, the handheld shower.
Right.
You know, like shit like that is why I was going. And then my contractor's like, you know, it's your fault. You were nice. Then he's like, it's my fault. I shouldn't have had you at the house. I needed to be there.
Yeah, you have to be
It's
there
no
to make
one's
your
fault
decisions,
except
for
the
this fucking
guys
psycho guy.
because we could just blame ourselves all we want. Yeah, maybe I was a little bit
Too
that
nice?
other thing.
No.
I shouldn't have had the neighbor in my house, like whatever. But at the end of the day, we didn't know they were going to turn out to be people that, number one, can't listen to
No.
somebody and say, okay, this person clearly doesn't want anything to do with me. I'm going to fuck off. Like, we didn't know that. Nobody
No.
knows that.
No, and like when he was giving me all these compliments, like, or even I love you, your wife and mom material, blah, 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 like, I'd be like, that's nice of you to say. Like, if someone said that to you, wouldn't you be like, okay, she's definitely not interested?
Right.
Then, like, you text again, she doesn't respond. You text again, selfies, doesn't respond. Then you text, I got fired. I thought my contractor fired him. It turns out his real job, Arizona
Fired him because he was
You know?
taking selfies in the fucking bathroom instead of working in his Arizona costume.
When you say costume, I always think of him like dressed up in an
By the
Arizona
way,
iced tea can.
Everyone that's
it makes
listening,
it better that way.
Right, like, is it a can? No. And everyone that's listening, it was his uniform.
I like costume better. I'm just gonna stick with
Well,
costume.
because he's a circus freak who should be in a costume.
and I'm just gonna stick with that he has the accent that I was doing.
Oh my God.
yeah, it's scary. I mean, I don't know, but like I feel like people's freak flags are flying. Like there's something about the pandemic and whatever. People
Yeah,
are
I
getting,
think
like,
it-
crazier.
Yeah.
But at least like the crazy's showing pretty quickly.
It is. Well, especially with everything in lockdown, nobody had any fucking outlets. They were cooped up all the
Yeah.
time. But now you'd think like it's better because everybody's able to be free again, kinda, sorta.
Well, this guy just needs to go on meds.
Well,
I
this guy's
think.
just even in the one of the letters, not the one that I was reading, but another one. It says like I've suffered addiction most of my life, and I'm cleansing myself, and need to know that we can make this a better place tomorrow than it is today.
Like
was the
what?
letter to
That was the letter to
supervisor?
the governor or whatever it was, Joseph Saladino. So fucking weird, man.
I mean, it's just clear that he was having like a manic episode because it was
These
so,
letters don't make
It's
sense.
all over the place,
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
all
how
over
people
the
are
place.
when they have like a manic
yeah.
thing.
And then the video I showed you guys, his posts on Instagram, it was like very scary. Like I was scared not only for myself, but like for my family. Like my dad's mowing. Is he gonna
yeah.
get angry because he wants to mow? Or like I woke up one day, my mom's car was like smashed, and I was like, oh my God, what happened? But I didn't get to see it in the morning, and because I'm living with them right now as my house is being done, so I assumed it was him, and I was freaking out. Then I saw it. Look, it turns out it was probably like a big branch that fell onto the top, because it was like no one would smash the top the way
Right.
it smashed. You'd smash windows, the windshield, whatever, but not that. But like that's the thing. Like everything that happened, I was like, oh my God.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
know, or was he following me? You know, and I'm like so clueless. Like he could be following me. I wouldn't even know.
Because
could
you
be
don't
in my
think
house
like
right
that.
now. This
You
is
got
the kind of
to
guy,
catch it.
though, that is one of those, if I can't have you, nobody can. And that he's the kind of guy that'll literally be like, like creepy, like waiting in your fucking closet, or
Oh,
like
absolutely.
watching you sleep, just to watch you sleep.
Or just
not
like
gonna
you
be able to
come
sleep
in the
tonight, thanks,
house and
guys.
he's like sitting on your couch and acting like things are normal. Like, hey.
Like, hey, I was
'Cause-
just checking on the locks.
Yeah, because he like literally thought that like
He actually messaged me one day when he went to do work. Well, he asked me if he could shower in my house. I'm like,
Shut
bitch,
the
I haven't even
fuck
showered
up.
in my house. But like someone
and
called-
you know he's jerking off in that shower.
and I'm like, what?
He
I know.
steals your panties.
Do you have a black light? No, like I said, there's nothing in the house. But you know, I'm like, what? Like I don't have like a glass shower door yet. Like you're gonna splash all over the place in my shower that
Yeah,
I've
no.
never
But,
even used.
You fuck the shower door, bro. Why is he wanting to shower in your shower?
After he worked in my house, he wanted to shower in my
no,
house.
go home to mommy and daddy's house and go there.
Dude,
Yeah.
fucking no. Like, go hose yourself off in the backyard or something. Then.
Right? Like absolutely. Like get the fuck out of here. But I don't know. I feel like he in his head created this narrative that like he was more important in my life and in the process of building this house, of renovating this house than
Right.
he was.
And
Like,
then he
needs to be
thought he was
important.
like your fucking savior soulmate. And
Right.
like,
But yeah, but then he's talking shit about me to my contractor, talking shit to my contractor about me. And then he's like, I never said that, blah, blah. I'm like, I know. Stop. Like, stop
Yeah.
defending yourself. Like, do you think I said all this stuff that he's saying I said about you? No. Like, obviously he's trying to pin us against each other.
Right.
Have me fire you. He comes in like Superman, fixes my house with zero skills, because even his landscaping skills were questionable.
Subpar,
Right?
and
Like,
clearly why he got
yes.
fired from Arizona.
Arizona iced tea. He wasn't wearing
No,
the
like,
costume properly.
He told me, and then my contractor told me. I had forgotten, because when things just don't matter to me, I just don't.
Yeah.
I just forget it as soon as I'm told it. He went, like, he had just started working for Arizona and went to his boss and said that he wants to buy his parents' house. That was
He
his
wrote it in the
great-grandparents'
letter.
fucking
He
letter, but
wants
it
to
was
buy that
gifted to
house.
him.
Yes.
It's been in my family name for 4 generations.
Yeah.
I would
So
like to be
he
a
wants
forever
to
home.
buy it, and so he needs
I
to
want
make
own
more
my parents'
money.
home.
He needs to know he can move up in the company, and he needs to make more
How
money.
about let's just get through
Not
the
for
first month,
$17.50
bro.
a fucking hour.
right? Half the going rate for his neighbors.
Fucking goozer.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, and it's like, what is it? Like, do you want to marry me, or do you want me to pay you to do work at my house?
Well, obviously
Right.
he doesn't want you to pay him if he Venmo you the money
Right.
back.
And yeah, he lives at his mom's house. Like, he
Wait,
wants
this is
to
great.
move in.
We could play in the woods, in the streams, and it was beautifully clean. My parents felt safe raising myself and my 2 brothers, Stephen and Christopher, and 4 generations of children to come to my home. What the fuck? What the fuck? Like, this is
No,
very
he's
weird.
so
This is
whack.
very strange.
I mean, I showed you guys the picture? He took a picture of
Yeah, in
like
his
a
fucking
ghetto
Arizona
vase.
costume.
No, it was like a
Oh.
ghetto like glass vase with like flowers he probably picked from his backyard, and then took a picture of it and sent it to me and said he would deliver them himself but he needed to rest. Yeah, because you're up at 4 a.m. taking pictures of strip malls and
Right.
writing crazy posts on Instagram that then he deletes. Then he puts more posts, crazy shit back up, and then deletes it all again. Like, what? But he did keep his family portrait up.
Yeah, I saw that he deleted his old Instagram account because we stalked
the
it like a
family's
couple of
photo.
weeks ago, and he just kept his family portrait up now.
Yeah, it's like eerie, creepy. Like, I was really stressed out
Yeah.
for a while.
I don't blame you.
You know?
Yeah,
It was
he has, like, a
few
family
weeks of this
photo.
And it
craziness.
sucks because this is supposed to be like your new home, like we were saying before, and like now he just put like
It's
a damper
tainted.
on the whole thing.
Yeah.
I know that's how I felt with the neighbor because like in the beginning, like when he would like was nonstop, like and he'd be like want me to bring over a pack of Trulies, like no I don't. I just told you to fuck off multiple times and like you're still going and like
Yeah, and you
then
were
I'm like
pretty obvious about not being interested.
And like when you block somebody, I feel like hey, like I'm blocked. Like I'm really not interested.
And I
in
told
you.
him I was dating somebody else. He kept saying he didn't know, which you fucking did. I don't know. It just like ruined it for me where I didn't even want to go outside for like a long time or like even like leave or like open the blinds because I was just like, I don't want to deal with it. And like now this just sucks being here.
Right. Like it should be your like safe place.
Right.
And now you're scared to be there or
That's
you know?
so fucked.
Right. And like you put your pool in. Now is he watching with binoculars or like a peephole through his fence? Like
Right.
It's awful. It's not fair. I just don't get it. Like women, men, whatever, like you are not going to make the person fall in love with you by acting like a psycho.
Right. And that's what they don't get. It's like, have you ever heard of playing hard to get?
Like men love crazy, but not that fucking crazy where they block you and then you still fucking contact them. Like if you're blocked, get the fucking picture.
Yeah. Like, don't find other ways to contact me.
No.
Like the neighbor hitting me up on WhatsApp because I blocked him on text. If you're blocked on text,
block on WhatsApp?
hell yeah, you
Oh,
can.
you can? Okay.
If you're blocked on text, what makes you think I want to talk to you on WhatsApp?
Right.
Like, it's common fucking sense.
Right. Well, one of my fucking exes was blocked on everything, and the motherfucker started emailing me, telling me how good I was looking.
And then, like, messaging on your Pinterest, right?
no, that was another one.
Oh.
No, that was Matchy Matchy. He was on like Twitter, Pinterest. He was liking my Pinterest boards.
Yeah, just to get your attention.
That's so
like,
bizarre.
come
And he was
on.
blocked on everything. And
Like
he
that's
didn't,
so
like,
unattractive.
Yeah.
It
on,
really
like,
is.
Pinterest, I felt really violated.
Yeah.
And then I started like screenshotting them and he was like looking at my Twitter shit and I could see that because he was like accidentally liking things. He was like a fucking boomer. So I don't know if he knew what he was doing, but he was like accidentally like following
old
my
was he?
Pinterest boards. He was 13 years older than me.
Okay.
So I'm 36. So he's fucking like almost 50 now. So I guess that's boomerish age. That's
think.
boomer.
Yeah, kind of.
But he never even like had an email address. Like he didn't know how to work a fucking phone. Like he was a boomer. So and then I was like posting the shit on Twitter because I saw that he was doing it. Like, stop fucking following me, you creepy piece of shit. And then he finally was leaving me alone. But no, it was the other one, the cheater that he saw me at the beach and he
Oh, the
knew-
email. Right.
he knew he was blocked on everything, and so he's like emailing me like, I saw you today and you look so fucking good. And you can't block somebody on email.
No.
You can't? That
No,
sucks.
you can't block email.
Ugh.
So he was like,
It's like I
emailing
give it
me.
to them
It's
for
so
like
weird.
the innovation and the creativeness of like finding all these like different apps to like message you on. But
Right?
like if you're blocked on everything, there's a reason. Like
Don't go on my fucking Venmo and message me if
Right.
you're fucking blocked on everything else.
Right.
But like that one contact will now make me change my mind.
Yeah,
Like,
you're
come
blocked on
Right.
Facebook.
Yeah.
Like Facebook fucking text, WhatsApp, you're blocked on Instagram. So now I'm going to message you on Venmo and this is going to get you back. Like,
Yeah.
No.
like, yeah, I'm gonna have an epiphany. Like, well, since you said it on here, yeah, we'll go to dinner.
Yeah, since you
I
liked my
miss
Pinterest
you.
board
Yeah.
about cookies.
The Pinterest was so fucking creepy to me when Matchy Matchy was liking my Pinterest. I was pissed.
That was weird.
That was weird. I was like, I didn't even know he knew that.
I used
had
to go into
Pinterest.
like full blown like rages and like see red when the neighbor would like when the WhatsApp popped up and then he tried to add me on Snapchat. Like, what gives you the fucking right to keep trying to talk to me when I've made it perfectly clear
Yeah.
that I don't want anything to do with you? I wasn't responding to him. So you think when somebody doesn't respond, they'll get the hint. No, you have to go the next step, block them. That doesn't work either. It's just rude to me. Like,
Yeah, and then when
it's
someone knows where you live and then take it to a whole new level, they
Yeah.
could see your house from like their back window.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's so violating and unsettling.
But he hasn't really contacted you since we shot his house with potatoes, right?
no, but he has a girlfriend now.
It's the fucking potato thing solved it.
Yep.
We can shoot your dude with potatoes.
You have his address right there in the letter.
launch. Do you want to do it?
Yeah, I'm down.
Okay.
I was gonna say we should at least prank call him.
Yeah.
I saw. Did
You
I
want to
share?
get right with the Lord?
Yeah.
Did I share this with you guys? When men ask for my number, I give them my ex's number. So when they call looking for me, he'll know I'm getting men regardless. Like, why didn't I think of that?
Yeah.
Right? So like now, like you meet someone, you don't like them, or they're creepy on like a dating app. You send them Tom's phone number.
Great idea.
I should just put Tom on Craigslist.
You guys have it.
Yeah.
Right there.
Wait, do you
took
want me to
pictures
put him
of-
on Craigslist on the male activity section? Male looking for male activity partner. Want my first time to be right? Please send picture.
Let's give
very
his number
tempting.
to the micro community.
Oh,
Yeah. Ooh, this is good.
We could just give his Instagram to all the micros.
Oh, that's a good idea. And say send dick pic.
No, I don't want to getting back to us and then
tables
getting
have
back to
turned.
Michelle.
Yeah. No, we can put
Because
him on
he'll be like,
Craigslist.
he'll
just
be
for
like
fun.
Lloyd Christmas and be like, so you're saying there's a chance?
Oh my God.
So you still haven't heard from him in a couple
No,
of
I
fucking.
haven't.
All right, good.
After his arrest.
No, and like let's knock on some doors.
Well, he has court on September 23rd, so if you want to show up and support him,
September 23rd.
which
Yeah, we
is
can find
Tuesday,
out.
I think.
Guys, anyone listening, if you need private investigators, look no further.
Call us up.
Call us up. We're actually really fucking good at this. shit.
Amazing. I mean, you found more information than anyone.
Anytime I need to know something about like a person, like where they live or whatever, I'm like, I need your help, Addie. And then she just is like, this is the owner of the house. This is that. I'm like, okay, perfect.
Yeah, we did that the other day.
amazing.
She's like, I literally need to know who owns this house. Somebody was coming out of, or somebody's ex was coming out of it.
And
I,
we
like,
needed to know who lived there.
I got the mortgage lender. I
Yep,
got their
everything.
taxes. I got their monthly payment.
and
I
then
got
we
their
were able to
name.
put two and two together and figure out who it was.
Oh, you found out who it was? Good.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're like really good at this shit.
Yes.
Dude, one time I had a fucking crush on this guy. And we were so invested in what his life was about that we went to his old high school and looked in his yearbook to find out
Because we
like,
didn't know what his true
real
name
name
was.
was.
We just knew him by like a nickname.
that he went by. And so we knew what high school he graduated from.
And what year?
What year he graduated
So you
from.
went there?
We went to the his fucking town library. We went through his high school yearbooks. And this dude is like 38 right now. We just did it like
The librarian was pissed as hell too. She was like, "You're bending the pages." We're like,
but we found out
look at
we
this
found
yearbook
out his
except you
legal
guys?
name.
we found his legal name,
From
and then
the
after,
legal name, we found out his
Everything.
address, his phone number, his family history, his sister's name, his mom's name.
when his mom died, her obituary.
We got her obituary. We found
That's
out
impressive. That's like
everything.
a real commitment to
we
like.
found out
work.
everything. We Zillowed the house. We found out everything. Yeah, we are pretty good at shit. And then
I
we
think
like
you get top dollar for these
And then
skills.
we scared ourselves with how fucking creepy we are.
Yeah,
And then it turned out that the person I liked had just had a kid. So
but we didn't find that out.
that was the only thing we didn't find out, that he was like in a relationship and he had like just had a fucking kid.
But
Yeah,
he
they
didn't
got
post
married.
anything about it.
But
They
he's
weren't
very
married.
secretive. Yeah. Yeah, but
He's
we pretty
hiding
much
it then.
found out. We pretty much found like everything, and like if like dug more, we could have clearly found that out. But I was like, I wanted to kind of let it be, and like
You didn't want to like slip on a date if you ever dated him. Like, it'd be like my mom. You'd be like, Kathy passed away in 1995, whatever the hell it was. Like,
I saw her obituary. Oh yeah, I remember when she died. Wait, what? But we creep ourselves out with how much information we
Well,
find out
but
about
that's
people.
creepy in itself that like people can find out anything about you.
Yeah.
And like,
Well, that's what, with this guy, I was like, all right, I'm not living at the house, so I'm not at risk because I'm hardly there. But then I'm like, if you Google my name, you can easily see everywhere I've lived.
Yeah.
Houses like that I didn't even live at, that like, it was like my ex-husband's brother's house.
yeah.
White Pages has full, like you have to pay for the report for it, but I have like,
Oh, yeah.
but we
But
find
just
out
a
everything.
regular Google free search, like you could find out where my parents live. And
Yeah.
he knows the town, you know? So I just expected to see him there or have
Right.
something be vandalized, like my mom's car. I freaked out, you know?
Well, that's where your mind is at this point.
Yeah, like you just freak out. You feel like, what's next? You know? And I'm on edge now knowing that he's out, but oh my God.
So, and
No,
it
it's
just
sick.
sucks that the fucking judicial system can't do anything
No,
about it.
it's
Like,
actually,
they
like,
can't
really
fucking
fucked.
help you.
Yeah.
They can't do anything. Like they're like, oh, you want a restraining order? Sorry, you didn't date him. You can't get one. Like he didn't harm you yet.
Right, like,
Yeah, it's like, but I feel like if you are fearful of your life, that's a valid reason.
And you have text proof. You have the
Right.
stalker shit. You have these
Right.
fucking
and not for
insane
nothing,
letters.
what does it take to print up a piece of paper stating you cannot come in within 100 feet of me?
Yeah, like,
that
why is
doesn't
the
do
law?
anything.
Yeah.
And if you, it's not like you're just going in randomly, like I don't want this guy around me. He gave me a dirty look. Like no, you have these fucking crazy letters.
Right.
He's coming to your house. You have like all the text messages saying he's in love with you. You have like picture proof of all this
But the
fucking
cops didn't
shit.
even want to read it. Like, I feel like if they read it, like, I know we joked and the accent and everything, but like, if you read that,
It's
like, in
insane.
one
It's
sitting,
creepy.
It was hard for me to get through.
It like gives you chills a
Yeah.
little bit because it's that
I
fucking
was
creepy.
like, what? But it's just like what you sent us, Alex. Like, women, I have a stalker. He threatened to kill me. Police, cool. Can you call us when he actually does that?
Yeah,
Like, you have to like get really hurt or killed, raped, whatever, all of the above, like before something happens. Like, you know, he Googled aggravated assault and goes, well, has he done this? Has he done that? Or, well, no, it would have to go through criminal court.
you're not saying he was aggravating assaulting you. You're saying he's a stalker
Scaring
and
the
he's
shit out of
making
me.
you uncomfortable.
Yeah,
What
like-
is wrong with that?
Yeah.
People don't want me at my house by myself. Is that?
That's fucked
And
up.
the concern is valid.
Right.
Right.
You know? I'm scared that he's going to hurt my family.
He's
You know,
like one of those people that is like waiting for you under your bed.
You know what the thing is though? 9 times out of 10, I would think that like if somebody gets served with a restraining order, they're not going to violate it and they're going to go away. There's that one person that will and go psycho and do whatever, but most people won't. So what is the big deal for them to just grant you one? Like, I don't get it. I had an incident one time where somebody kicked my fucking door in and I got a restraining order against them, but they were like, well, what was your role in this? My role was fucking nothing in it. I was being fucking harassed by somebody who had lost touch with reality.
Yeah.
And they kicked the door in because I locked them out of the house.
Was it my fault? Is that what you're
Basically,
saying?
they were trying
Yeah.
to say like, well, what, nothing.
What did you do?
Regardless what I did, what does it matter? My property was ruined.
Right.
So,
Yeah,
so
I
it's,
could've
it's
cursed
like
him
I have
out.
like
It
no
doesn't matter.
faith in these friggin' people. Like, I'm sorry,
No,
but
They always flip it
judicial
around on
system
you and
is
blame it on
unfair.
you. Yeah, no, it is. It's fucked.
Yeah.
And then if like you were having problems with somebody one time where you would report it and then they would just like let them back out and like 4 hours later,
exactly,
like nothing happened.
And then they're coming to get you,
Yeah.
right.
right?
Exactly. And it's like, and like I said, you're just antagonizing them more, having them locked up because now they're getting get out. They're going to be pissed.
Right.
And now they're going to come for you.
So it's almost not even worth reporting.
Right. Exactly.
fucking
and just
crazy.
hoping that they go away
Right.
Which is not always the case.
or having us handle it.
or having us handle it.
I'll go with the latter.
Ah,
Potato
so
gun.
crazy.
Here I come.
Well, if anybody has any stories similar,
Let us
DM
know.
us. Fucking our Instagram's Disappointed But Not Surprised. Our podcast is Disappointed But Not Surprised Pod. Our Twitter and our TikTok is Podcast DBNS.
And
Yep.
guys, if you have stories, right?
Oh God, yeah.
We wanna hear guys'
the dudes. I want to
versions.
hear guys' versions of like the cray
Crazy
cray.
bitches.
Fucking for
They're
real.
out there, but you know.
Well, look at
whatever.
Jodi Arias and like those.
Fucking Lorena Bobbitt chopped that motherfucker's dick off.
What did he do? To
Yeah,
deserve
what
that?
did he do?
Lots.
Nothing. She was just crazy.
Look at
right?
Betty Broderick shot
Yes,
the
the
husband and
show.
the new wife like in their bed. Like,
Do you blame her?
I didn't blame her for
Was
that.
that like
The Dirty John one, the
Yeah.
second one, yeah. I didn't blame her for that. He like made her nuts.
Yeah.
I'm not saying kill somebody, but I'm just saying like I
get it.
understand. Like I totally understand. When
Not
she drove
saying
the car
do
through
it,
the house,
but
I could see myself doing that.
She should have stopped.
Yeah.
Yeah, she drove the car through the door. I would have done some shit like that. I would have been like, "Oh, you want to fuck with me?"
Beep beep, motherfucker.
Car.
All right, guys.
Anyway.
Before we close out,
Confession corner.
all right, guys. First confession. For the past couple of days, I've rated women's feet to determine if their feet are worthy to sell. I have a hobby I like now. I made a post about having a foot fetish, and I was bombarded by people offering to sell their feet pics, but I was also surprised to see that women wanted me to see their feet pics to see if they should sell them or out. That doesn't make sense. Sell them or out, whatever. I rated about 5 to 6 women and have honest ratings as well. I think I found a new hobby, still open to buying and rating feet pics, but haven't found anyone yet. Wait, like how the fuck are people selling feet pics and making money? Because Alex and I worked really hard.
And we made like $1.
We literally made like $3. And we worked hard for months.
I know. I don't get it. They have that feetfinder.com. We got to go on there.
All right, I'm still down for that.
Me
You have
too.
good
So
feet.
I'm getting a
gross.
pedicure tomorrow. So
I'm actually getting a pedi tomorrow too. But dude, people love feet.
I don't know why.
Not mine.
People love feet. My boxing coach, he made me show him my feet before he started coaching me to see if I qualified.
My God, he would be like, no.
Does this surprise you?
No.
No. I love
love
him
it.
anyway.
All right, ready for this one? This
Yeah.
is fucking gross. I can't stop sticking things in my urethra. Tiny vibrators and sounding rods meant for urethral insertion. Pipe cleaners, wax, screwdrivers, and even pretzel sticks.
No, not screwdrivers. ...
Especially pretzel sticks.
What? That's like really salty and painful.
Listen, I love the way the salt crystals scrape the inside of my penis hole. The kids call it bunging, boochie bunging, and it's the best feeling in the world. It's the perfect blend of mind-melting pleasure and searing agony. I can't stop. I've already gone through an entire bag of rolled golds in 3 days. I use the same pretzel stick until it's soft and soggy from the pee, blood, and cum, and then
I'm gonna barf.
I know this is disgusting.
Sounding's gross.
Can that be true? Like, wouldn't he have an infection?
Yeah, probably, but they do that.
That's why his discharge is like green now. Probably it's like, and then he switches to a fresh one and go again. I just put a tampon in my pee hole to staunch the bleeding, and I'm going to the store to buy more pretzel sticks.
People are
Tampon
sick.
fits?
Apparently, if you stick a fucking pretzel right in there, so you'd be surprised with what you can stick in that hole, because there's these sounding rods that we had a dominatrix on, and she would stick these rods in these guys' pee holes, and then she would make it bigger and then bigger and bigger, and like it just kind of like fits. I have the video of it. I could show it to you. It's fucking for some reason, when she was telling me about it, it grossed me out more than actually seeing the video. The video didn't bother me so much, but it's fucking gross.
I can't even imagine sticking something in your pee hole. I'm
Dude,
sorry. I
got
don't even have a
catheter
dick, and I
once,
can't.
And I fucking screamed, and I was so creeped out.
Yeah.
For like months afterwards, that I was like fucking freaked for weeks. Probably, I didn't let my boyfriend at the time go down on me because I was just bugged out.
Yeah.
About the whole pee hole thing. Like it grossed me out. Like I was like not over it. And that was just a catheter when I was in the hospital with a kidney infection.
Oh, yeah. I don't like things getting inserted into my body.
Except
Well,
for
unless
wiener.
it's a penis.
Unless it's
But-
Are you
Unless
it's dick or a
no,
dildo.
like the COVID test. Like, oh my God, I fucking screamed when it went up my nose. I have a thing about things like going up my nose, going in my ear. Like,
Yeah.
I don't like that shit.
You not Q-tip?
I do, but like I don't like
Only on the
shove it
edge.
in there. Like I don't.
See, it feels so good when it goes in sometimes.
One of my cousins is like that, and then she's like, I get like like
Oh, it feels
crazy from
so
doing that.
good.
I'm like,
Yeah.
ew.
No,
I don't. I
really
just do
enjoy
like
it.
and then like no, like I don't. I have a thing about that. Like you don't stick random objects in holes in your body. I don't know.
I have.
The vagina's a different story.
Vagina's a different story. Wait, this is kind of fucked up. Why am I telling this on the podcast? One of my exes won an award, like back in the day. He was like a pro athlete, and he shoved his fucking trophy head up my vagina. And he won the trophy. And he thought it was so fucking hot.
Didn't that hurt?
No, because it was like a head. Like
Was it
almost like a
clean?
dildo
Okay.
thing. It wasn't
It was
like,
like a basketball. I hope.
No. Probably
And
still
not like
hasn't
a
cleaned it
fishing
to this
rod.
day. No, it was just like an award. Like it was just like a long one. It wasn't like it didn't like have like spokes coming out of it.
Thank God.
But he won
I'm
like
trying to envision like the
championship.
hockey player on top of like a thing, and it's like just ramming you with it. Oh my God.
It was kind of kinky at the time. I was like fucking.
All right, as
I
long
was
as you-
18, and I was like, this is kind of hot.
Listen, as long as you enjoyed it, that's all that matters.
That's the point.
All right, guys. On that note, I am like just stopping this
Gotta
podcast
go.
forever.
I don't know where this is going to go otherwise.
Hope nobody listens to this. No. Anyway, Michelle, thank you so much for coming on again.
Thank you so much for having me.
When we heard this story the first time, we were like, "What the fuck, man? Like this
Yeah,
is
but then
so
you
creepy."
hadn't read the
But I
letters.
hadn't
That
read the
just
letters,
makes it
and that made it creepier.
Yeah.
So fucked.
Just fingers crossed, no more.
Yeah, just keep us posted with everything. We'll literally wait outside his house.
Hopefully I don't have to be back to talk about this
No.
guy again.
Oh yeah, no, we'll eliminate him before that happens.
Yeah, I have
I know I
guns.
could
I,
count
have
on you
bats.
guys.
I have fucking. My brother got me a cool knife for Christmas, and I was like, "Oh, what is this for?" He goes, "For stabbing people." I'm like, "Cool." It's massive. I'll show it to you. Why do I say this? Because if something does happen, they're gonna come right back to us.
yeah.
and be like, you admitted it on the podcast.
Whatever, no body, no crime.
Facts, bitch. Brr. See you guys next week.
Disappointed but not surprised. Disappointed but not surprised. Disappointed but not surprised.